Greetings, Aries, and welcome to your divinely guided rune reading here for the week. Let's jump right on in and get your energetic rune for the past, shall we? In your energetic past, we have Theresos. This is like Thor's hammer. This is also known as the thorn or like the giant hill. So this is calling for thorough action in your recent past, Aries. So this has been more of a, like when we're looking at this as the mountain or the giant hill, it needs to be mounted thoroughly, fully, unless, if you want to reach the other side, it has to be done thoroughly, right? Obviously. So thorn as well, it needs to be pulled out of the skin fully, thoroughly, usually with swift, prompt action before you get an infection. With the Thor's hammer, the hammer interpretation, like Mjolnir, that's the lightning quick strike of swiftness that's always just, that's true, that's always hitting its mark. Now, I like going with the hammer definition more for this rune because this is more of building, destroying, or protecting. The hammer can do any of those three, whereas the other interpretations, you're a little bit less in that direction. So regardless, Aries, take what resonates here, leave what doesn't. This could be a response to, a reaction to, or something that in your life, like the eclipse season that's been very insightful, where you've been led with this direction. A lot of new unfoldings here for you, if I remember your past readings here correctly, kind of turning over a new leaf in your life recently. So this is very thoroughly addressing those actions and making sure that everything is as it should be. Moving forward, let's get your rune for the energetic now, Aries. Here we have the rune that represents the U branch. This is like the YEW type of U. This is the world axis tree of life kind of energy. This rune is called Awaz. Now, Awaz here is that rune of flexibility, stability, not really stability as much as durability is what I meant to say. Excuse me here. So with this durability, this toughness, this flexibility, Aries, that's like, yeah, I know, you got that kind of energy built within you. You're very determined, very focused. However, when we're not flexible enough or we're too flexible, our branches can snap off of that U branch, right? And it could leave us with that ice rune of Isa, frozen, stuck, rigid, repeating life lessons, having to pause for further clarity, okay? Now, Awaz here, or Awaz, however you want to pronounce it, this is like the squirrel, where you're the squirrel, you feel like you're the squirrel anyway, on this tree of life in the Norse pantheon, right? That's balancing out that information between the condor at the top of the tree and the great serpent at the bottom of the tree. You're going back and forth, balancing out everything, needing to be flexible, needing to be durable. So this action is led into more like of a perseverance type of thing, where you're allowing things to develop and you're more or less, you took that action and you're kind of following through with it. You're nurturing it along, being flexible in that guidance as well. So let's see what your near future is. Near future is beautiful. This is in Wunjo. This is the Wunjo is the clan flag of success. This is like P for pleasure. You can look at it that way. Now, whenever we have that line going off the rune, that's very grounded energy. So you're ending up very grounded here. And this is very much like that energy of showing up, planting that clan flag at the top of the hill with your clanmates, with your clan members, and all the bliss, the pleasure, the joy, the abundance, all that gratitude, all that beautiful happiness energy is right there in your near future. So that durability, that action leading into that needing to be flexible is going to have a very beneficial near future here for you. But let's see what the influence for your energetic now is. Yeah. Okay, so remember when I said when we flex too much or not enough, we can snap our branches off and become Isa. And that feels a lot of times, especially when we're coming from this thorough action and we're wanting to keep moving forward. Now we have this influence of like a pause. This isn't really stuck, rigid, repeating life lessons. In this position, this is allowing the ice to form over the lake and allowing for that inner clarity. So when the ice forms nice and slow over the top of that lake, you can see deeper down into that lake. So this is a time really for rest, for pause for you. This is like the energetic influence is calling you to kind of slow down. You really wanted to keep going. You finally got going and you have that momentum. And now the universe is like, okay, now Aries, now I need you to kind of slow down and be durable, be flexible with this, because not everything is one consistent energy all the time. We need to be really keeping in mind to the fact of being present is a reminder of sticking with those changing energies and allowing them to happen around you and just responding rather than reacting, not trying to control the outcome, right? Greetings, everyone. I'm Eric with Your Essential Practice, and I just want to interrupt really quickly to thank you for all the likes, comments, and subscriptions. And even if this message does not resonate specifically with you, it may resonate for somebody else. So please go ahead and share that with them if you feel so inclined. Thank you so much. Namaste, and let's get right back into your divinely guided rune reading. So what's your advice for the now? This is very grounding energy here too. You have that momentum and you want to keep going. Uru's here. This is just paying attention to your health and getting that momentum going. This is like a downward hill momentum. Urus is the ox rune. This is like that natural, healthy vitality, like the energies that you surround yourself with, not just what you eat or drink, Aries, but this is like a very grounding, again, lines straight down off here, grounded from the beginning, grounded at the end, but gaining that momentum a little bit slow to start. Yeah, because you just took that action. Now you're needing to change your pace yet again. Aries, I know this is kind of testing your patience here, but this is more that momentum in the adaptability and surrendering to flow and being in the center of that axis and paying attention to the energies you surround yourself with. Again, not just the drink and the food, but like the songs that you listen to. What you're viewing online? What are you watching on TV? Who are you talking to on a constant basis? Remember, you become the most like the 5 energies that you surround yourself the most with. So if that's constantly social media, there you go. If that's constantly junk food, there you go. So this is calling you to address those things and get them in line with your goals for your best possible outcome. And when you're adopting that natural vitality kind of aspect, you're gaining that momentum. It's going to be easier and easier as it goes along. Sure, it sucks at first, but look at what you have to look forward to in your near future. So what's the total outcome of your weekly rune reading here, Aries? Total outcome, beautiful, beautiful. This is divine reciprocation. Gibo means gift. This is an irreversible rune. It's a very stable rune. Now, Gibo in that divine reciprocation is like the 2 of Cups or the Lover's card in tarot kind of energy. This is also receiving a gift with gratitude, giving a gift with gratitude. This could be adopting a spiritual gift, but in your total outcome, this is feeling like you are being gifted with this beautiful partnership. This could be more of I think this is more inward with like a relationship with yourself, relationship with divine source. This could be strengthening your relationship with a significant other or a coworker. Take how it resonates, please, Aries, and leave what doesn't. Let's get a card of clarity here at the very end from the Soul's Journey Oracle deck. These are messages straight from Spirit, straight from Source, directly to your spirit, directly to your soul. Divine, please show us clearly what message of clarity do you have today for Aries for today's divinely guided rune reading. Blame. So blame says, I accept responsibility for my well-being. Yeah, accepting responsibility, remaining grounded, taking the pause when you need to for clarity. Aries, being flexible, knowing that whenever you feel that you have someone else to blame, there's always another aspect to it. It's not just one person. It takes more than one person to have a disagreement, right? So let's read more about this blame energy kind of card of clarity here. Again, Aries says, I accept responsibility for my well-being. It's easy to give away the power of transformation to your life. Certainly, there have been people along your path who have shaped you into who you are today, Aries, but you are solely responsible for your own happiness. The ego can be a very fragile thing, and if it comes under fire, the first instinct is to blame an outside force. Victim consciousness weakens the connection that you have to your soul source. This mindset says that I don't have the power inside myself to break free because someone else's power is stronger. That is an illusion, Aries. When you believe that someone else is responsible for your problems, that belief is the problem. Personal responsibility can empower you to change your reality. Lasting transformation always begins on the inside and works its way out. There is a difference between a reason and an excuse, Aries. A reason is valid and unavoidable. An excuse is an attempt to shift blame. Namaste. Have a blessed, abundant week.